we are live, back with another ATG episode. Missed you guys. You heard about the good news? We're slamming extra caffeine lately. I am, since I recently gave up drinking, 3 weeks sober, taking health seriously. Bunch of different reasons why, but with that just comes extra caffeine. So I guess I traded one drug for another, but it's okay. We're doing better. So episode 86, guys, I'm not going to waste any further time in introducing my guest. He is a good friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. He was an Army sergeant. He was a U.S. Army sergeant, and he was also a Medivac crew chief. He was a really well-seasoned wrestler. We didn't get to wrestle with each other on the same team, but I was his coach at Nationals. We'll talk about that. We had some fun over there at Nationals, Southwest Nationals. Let's waste no further time in introducing Josh Mirabal Ortega. Is that good? I had to give you the double last name, bro.
How you doing?
Do you do Mirabal Ortega or Ortega Mirabal? Or?
Legally, it's Ortega Mirabal.
Okay.
But my dad's last name Ortega, so since I got out of the military,
yeah.
Recently, I'm gonna be changing some stuff up. But so yeah, he can use whatever. But you know me as Cheesy.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say also fine. Cheesy.
We're both Josh, so everybody just kind of broke it up.
So real quick, it sounds like you sound good, but I want you to almost like hug the mic with your lip. You could even turn it like right up on you.
Right
like
there.
Right there, yeah.
Right.
Cherry. See, that sounds a lot better.
Better test. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
point it like right at you.
Cool.
Cherry, bro. Cheesy.
So that's kind of funny, dude. That not a lot of everybody from back then knows me.
It's cheesy.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well, I just remember like my oldest memories of you where you were always, like best friends with my little cousins, Max and Jeremy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I hang out with them to this day.
Those are good guys. Yeah. And so you guys had your own little crew.
Yep.
And you guys were all wrestlers.
Yep.
Getting into trouble.
Some rowdy guys, some country boys, I guess.
Yep. Some small town Belen boys.
Yeah, but it's crazy to see how much we've all grown.
Yeah, we have.
It's everybody, really. It's a blessing to see that not everybody's. We were done back then. Wrestling. We were some. You know what we did.
Yeah, we had our moments.
Stupid. But how everyone's matured. People are having families now. It's crazy, dude. Before your eyes.
Yeah.
Everything changes. So
it's crazy how quickly life changes in all of our lives.
Yes.
And some people do it at different times, but it seems like now we're far enough, or we're all kind of more or less all on the same page. It seems like.
It's weird, right?
Everyone's settled down at the same time.
Everybody got their own path, bro. But you look to your left, look to your right. Everyone's kind of no one's above, no one's below.
Yeah.
In your social standards, I guess. But other than that, we're all just trying to get by.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no one has it figured out. And if you do, I'd like to talk to you.
Hey, dude, I don't think we don't stop learning until we make it out of this life.
Exactly, bro.
And if you think you're done learning, then that's another lesson you have to learn.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like especially every dude, a lot of guys go through a spot where we're like very. We're hard-headed,
Yeah.
We already know everything by the time we're 7 years old, It's so stupid, man. But for sure, like a lot of us learn it earlier, some earlier than later, but like I said, everyone has their own.
Dude, I was just thinking about that the other day, like, because I've been kind of like on a spiritual journey lately. I've been like doing a lot of like self-growth, just trying to really like reflect, just grow, like as a human being.
That's an important
look from
part.
the outside in.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dang, like I always had to learn everything the hard way. Like when I was looking back, I'm like, anything that someone told me to do, I always was like, you don't know better.
It's a weird bittersweet though, because like, nothing good comes easy though.
Yeah.
So it's like, you got to choose your heart though, at the same time. Like you said, we're stubborn. Someone will tell you something, you're like, nah, I'm a nut. Why? But why?
Yeah, you're not me. That's
you. We have no reason to rebel.
Yeah.
But it's our head.
Dude, sometimes God will let you burn your hand just to teach you a lesson.
Teach you not to touch it again. And sometimes
my hands are all full of Band-Aids.
And you'll touch it a million times after that, which is, and those lessons get deeper and deeper. It like scar. It's crazy, and you learn more, and it upsets you sometimes when you like when you don't repent or whatever, whatever.
Yeah, or you fall back on something. You're like, why am I doing the same thing? I should know better.
Like even the littlest goals, or the littles, everything adds up, bro.
Yeah.
So
that's.
I'm glad the spirit. So not a lot of people tap into their spiritual side of their. Again, especially men, we're pretty locked off on that.
Yeah.
Well, I think the society has to do a lot of that too. Like,
Right.
we're supposed to be just have this persona or this face,
Right.
and we're not really. I mean, it's not for us to talk about to everyone, but it's not for us not to dig into ourselves, like you said. Like,
Yeah.
So, what have you been really doing for that?
Honestly, I tapped back into going to church more consistently.
Yeah.
And I plugged myself into groups that I normally wouldn't.
Good.
Like purposely plugged myself into like friend groups, or made an extra effort to hang out outside of church with certain people.
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
I'm gonna take mine off too. I can't really see that good. And I don't know. I'm just like at a phase in my life where, you know how you hit these checkpoints, and you like think that this is the answer. You think this is the answer.
Yes, bro.
And you're like, well, I'm doing this. I have a career. I have all these things are working out. But like, you still have that that emptiness sometimes.
I had breakfast today with someone, and I had a date. I haven't dated in a while, but it was just catching up on someone I haven't talked to in a very long time. I literally said the same exact thing, dude. Got back from deployment, had this money, all this. I was 21 years old.
Yeah,
I had this all
jacked,
dude. I came back from a deployment. Again, it's the persona that I put up. I was the jacked army dude, and I had all this money. I had bought my first house, which is out here in Albuquerque. Bought the truck, dude. I had everything as a man that a 45-year-old would work for.
Yeah,
and I still felt empty, bro.
Yeah,
dude. After like 7 months, well, I lived in the house for 2 years, but after like 7 months to a year, whatever, kept going by, like, you just get lonelier and lonelier because I thought I had it. I thought I had it all figured out, and I had pushed God away out of my life for about 8 years.
Yeah.
Until about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, probably 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing. Most recently, I actually got so far back into church that I started my own group, a small group.
Yeah.
Which I actually moved back to Los Lunas recently.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll get back into that, but starting a group down there. But dude, it helps so much. Even if you're just tapping yourself in with the people around you, even if it's not church, whatever it is.
Like, hey, we don't all got it figured out, but we're showing up to try.
It's it's nerve wracking at first because you don't know. Again, like, you don't know how people react to what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
But the more you get closer with these guys, like, it's awesome. Like, I had a group, and then we would talk about the deepest things of like what made us sad. Like, for us Christian men or followers of Christ, try to repent. Just try not to. Was lustful. Lust is the biggest thing for men. It's huge, dude. And we would talk about it, and realize that we're not the only ones going through this stuff, right?
Right.
And it's easier when you have people that relate to a bad thing. Everyone, you can relate to good things all the time, but the real stuff is when, like, all right, what's going on within your head? What's actually, what's deeper? And dude, having that group,
that accountability,
yes, dude. Because then at the end of the day, you're like, I'm not only doing this for me and God. It's like my boys are also. It's like, it's a man up thing. Like, you're carrying that not pride, but just integrity on your back.
Yeah,
it's all like, it's all on you. And that's I understand when you say, like, there's times when you're like, what am I doing, dude? Like, I feel like I've been doing good for a while, but it becomes like stagnant, and then you start doing bad again.
Yeah,
because it's a weird cycle. I think it's a weird thing that we use as men, or anyone, not just men, any human, to keep growing, because we get stuck there. We get kind of we're depressed. And
you could sit in it, and it almost becomes an addiction in its own way. Some people just like stay in this circle.
You can see people stop at the lowest part too, and they're like, I'm just gonna sit here and just be sad. And it sucks,
Yeah. You gotta do some like really deep digging, and then having that group helps you, because you don't realize it. It's like, because everyone's like, especially men, they're like, dude, I don't want to do therapy. Like, all the girls like, just do therapy, and I'm like, I ain't signed up for no therapy.
We don't call it therapy.
I'm like, these girls don't know.
Call it anything but that. But it's a
but
thing.
It is in a way therapy.
Yeah, no,
like,
it
when
is.
you're talking with your homies,
you can call it whatever you want. At the end of the day, it is.
What we're doing now is a somewhat way of therapy.
Completely. Just this is the wording that gets guys. Like, oh, I don't need. It's just.
It's like a sign of showing you're weak or something.
And not only that, people, if you're getting recommended by something that you need help, if you take that as an offense, it's like, you're not gonna grow that way.
Yeah.
It's your buddies me and my buddies are hot on each other. Like, my two best, like, Max and Jeremy are very, very close to me. Like, they're like my brothers. Like, we hang out all the time.
Like, basically family. Like, always gonna be there.
The two buddies I really, really grew up with is, Max and, Kyle and Adrian, right? And we're really hard on each other. Like, we will tell each other to our face, like, dude, you're not doing good. And then sometimes we overdo it, we get it. But that's what good friends are for.
Right,
like, they're not, if you have a friend that's just telling you good stuff about you all the time, saying that you're just, your life is good, he's a good friend, but like you need people to tell you when you're doing wrong.
They want the best for you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I feel like me doing that, my buddies are starting getting more in their faith and motivating me to get more in my faith, and it's just growing around. And the people start coming around, like you said,
and then it grows.
Yes,
and then they're like, hey, dude, like Cheesy's a cool dude. Like these guys are hanging out, they're not drinking. Like,
and it's like like-minded people, like-minded people, like we have our beers here and there. But like I was telling you, I'm not a big drinker. I have my phases. Like there's times where like I'll just start slamming beers, whatever. Yeah. But I'm not a huge drinker. And,
everyone's different.
Yeah, and like
everyone's got their own vice.
Yes, exactly. So
it's like relationships. Some of it's like with me. I'm like, we're getting older and stuff, and I'm not married. You're not married. Dude, and I've been like,
isn't that tough?
And then people go up to you like, why didn't that relationship work out? Like you guys, or why?
Because it looked good to everybody else, right?
But like, I'm like, I prioritize the wrong things in every one of them.
Yes, dude.
Or I fed this part of it when I really should have been feeding this, or I should have like asked these certain questions.
And it sounds dumb when you're trying to explain that stuff to them.
Yeah.
It makes you feel dumb because you're like, oh, well, now you're realizing too late. Like, yeah, I am, but that's how you learn. Like, it happens.
Yeah, you grow. As long as you grow and you can look back and see why certain things failed or something.
Yeah, I definitely.
That's the main thing.
I've definitely fell out with some good women because of that reason. Because I was focusing on the wrong things, especially when I had the house and because I rent it out now. Whatever. But when I first got it, it's just the persona I put on. I was like, well, I'm the man. Like, and then I'm thinking about different things. Oh, I gotta work so hard. What are you working for, bro? Like, I was working so hard for not hard, but hours.
Yeah.
Whatever. I whatever you want to say. I was focused on work more than
that was your main priority.
I didn't care about anything about that. It was just coming home and eating and whatever. Yeah. I had a pretty boring life because I felt like I was already done.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to come home and be grumpy. Like, dumb. It's a dumb thing that, it's weird. It's so, it makes no sense to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, when you come home and you like you're in a bad mood for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, you probably had a good day at work and I'd show up home acting like
for no reason.
No reason.
You don't even know why. You're just like,
and it took me a while. It took me a while to see these problems. I'm like, why am I feeling this way?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I was happy where I was. And after a while doing something, I want to change, and I that's what I did. So actually, yesterday, the 31st, was my official day out of the military. Like,
really?
Yes.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah, so that's the 31st. I enlisted on Halloween of 2018, bro.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, so yesterday was my official day out. So I've been trying to grow the beard now. And
USA.
Yeah, it's crazy.
USA.
So it's cool stuff. Thanks, man.
That's a big accomplishment.
Experience for sure.
Heck yeah, man. I see all the pictures you post. You guys
It's cool stuff, yeah.
It looks awesome, man.
At first, I didn't know what I was getting myself into at all. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
In high school, I was like, I've always wanted to be a pilot. I've always loved aviation. I was just still when I was a little guy to try to stay out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been into aviation. And then my cousin had the same exact job.
Excuse me. Is he older or was he already in it?
He's older, yeah. He was in it when I was in high school. And he had the same job, had the same videos back then. And he's like, yeah, I do all this cool stuff. I joined the same unit, and then he moved states.
Oh.
So I never got to serve with him.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I had a footing, you start, the job, you start off as a mechanic.
Yeah.
Right? You start off as just turning wrenches, or at least trying, because whatever they teach you in school, right? At the helicopter school after basic. And because that's your main job, is that you're a mechanic. Mm-hmm. Before you fly, you
got to start from the ground up.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, you come out. It's funny, dude. You get a big ego when you get out of basic. You think you're this cool soldier, and then you go back to AIT, and then they put you back in your place because you're like, you don't know anything about the helicopter. And you're still a new soldier.
Yeah.
You think you're the shit, but
just because you could run and do a ton of push-ups.
Yeah.
What about all this?
Yeah, we'll still screw you up. The just aren't saying, whatever.
That's the levels. It's like moving up in a frat.
Exactly. So we go there. And then you get humbled again a couple times. Then you still try to act like a hard ass in every class, every phase, whatever. Then you get back, and then you get your unit. And it was interesting. There's 2 units for the state.
Yeah.
And there's one in Las Cruces and one in Santa Fe. One's like the Black Hawk unit, and then there's a Lakota. It's a smaller helicopter. down south. I usually use that for the border missions and searching, you know.
In Cruces?
Yes. So I actually started off down there, and I wasn't really qualified to work on that helicopter. So I kind of just did things here and there. COVID happened right when I got back here to New Mexico after school, and that's when I started over there.
Yeah.
So there's a big break of like drills and stuff.
Yeah.
And I spent all my money that I got back from AIT, dude. I spent it on a freaking Lexus. Wrecked it, dude. Bad time. I was 20 years old, dude.
Yeah.
First time I had money, bro. What, dude? Partying.
Like the money hit you before the maturity.
I had the freaking it was wild, dude. I had the wagon right way in front of the horse, dude. Way in front of the horse. Get back, dude. All that, whatever. I'm not doing good. I am not doing good in life. I am pretty low, dude. It just bad stuff. Well, I get an opportunity around the middle of the year. They're like, Santa Fe is deploying.
Yeah.
So would you want to go? I'm like, throw me on it. Throw me on the deployment. I need it.
Yep.
I need it, dude. I don't know, you know.
Just get me out of here. Let's just recalibrate.
Transferred to Santa Fe. First day there, it was dope. I liked it. People, you know, I knew someone from AIT there, which is the schooling after.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought you were in like active duty, bro. I thought you were taking. So it's kind of a weird situation. Like I worked there full time as a civilian technician, so I technically worked. It's just weird, like how it works.
How the roles you get, and responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, anyways, I met those dudes. So we got pretty close before deployment. Deployed. And then, so that was interesting too. That was like I was like, okay, at this time in my life, I did not care about God though. This is weird how I went through all this without him. And I really look back and like, he was with me the whole time.
Yeah.
But I ignored him for years. 8 years, dude. Like it's wild how he'll just show back up in your life. And it just,
sometimes he'll bring you to your knees, you know,
dude.
Especially stubborn guys like us.
If you could put your head inside the ground for how shamed and how you know, I think I would, bro. Like there's some time that you know, I'm sure.
But
you
it's
know.
like a parent, like what we were talking about earlier, like letting you get burned because they love you.
Yes, bro. And as men, are you gonna take it? Are you gonna like cry about it?
Yeah.
Not like I'd rather you work and cry than sit there and cry. You know, like at least work at it. Do something about it, bro. Because that's a lot of people just sit there and they're done, bro.
Yeah.
But bro, yes, dude. I'm sure, man, they don't talk about this to anybody.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, but there's times where we're on our knees, bro.
Yeah.
We don't tell anybody about this. But it's not just. It's just a lot. Like I'm sure you've questioned yourself. Like you said, we're not married yet. We don't have kids, and you see these people around you. It gets discouraging. Yeah. It does. And it's like, what am I doing? But then you got these, you know, older folk like, and I have to listen to my own advice. Like nothing good comes easy. Nothing easy comes fast. You know, it's like
patience.
Dude, my buddy Gabe Luna, he's a really good friend of mine. Hopefully I've watched it. So he's awesome, dude. He is actually helping with my faith so much. He's actually in the army with me. Well, you know, I grew with him in the army. He's one of my battle. He's my battle buddy. One of my homies.
Heck yeah, dude.
And until recently, we'd known each other for 4 years. Until about a year ago, we just started talking about God together.
Just like out there,
dude, and ever since, dude, I swear it was little seeds, and it spread throughout our whole little workspace. You know, people, even if like they didn't believe, they would ask questions,
right? And
it's just about the talk, and it would used to be dead. And me and him, I've cried at the hangar with me and him just having conversations and just discipling to each other. And he holds me accountable really good spiritually.
That's good.
And man, he's so good, and he's deep in his word. He's really good in
like discipline.
Yes. And we'll talk theology. I love the nerd out about it. I love the history about.
We're talking about comics earlier.
Yes.
The backstory of the backstory.
And when it comes to, you know, stories of the Bible, it's the same way, dude.
Yeah, they're the best stories ever written.
Exactly, dude. So, yeah, dude. So him, that's an interesting story too. Like little seeds, man. Like, like
and then people will even circle back in your life that you would have never thought was like of high importance, but you didn't realize how important.
And it's weird when you think about it back then. When you kind of think back to when you first met them, you're like, kind of a weird moment where you
like
seem
this guy's different.
Yes, like you seem significant for no reason right now. like I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
I genuinely believe that. Let
me tell you something. So my buddy, another army buddy. I went to.
You guys better subscribe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show them all these guys. Thorne McIntosh. He's from West Virginia. Yeah.
Wait, we're giving this one.
Thorne McIntosh. He's from West Virginia. Okay, so he was my bunkmate at AIT, the helicopter school.
Yeah.
He's older than me, dude. I was like 20 at the time, and he was like 27. And dude, you should see how many people just like from all ages will go and like do random stuff in the army. It's crazy.
That's wild,
it's
bro.
weird, dude.
Like you'll get some dude who just got divorced. He's like 40.
Dude, I met Nigerians, dude. That like it's weird, bro. It's crazy. So this dude, bro, when we were in school, he was starting his business, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm starting an asphalt seal coating business, right?" That's what he started doing. This was in 2020, mind you. And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool." He's giving me the mix of everything. You know, again, like you said, it's one of those foreshadowing moments, bro. Get this. So we become very, very close, dude. And you know, time goes by. His business is doing good. Whatever. We haven't talked in a while. Well, I go on deployment, and my unit is replacing his. I meet him on the other side of the world, bro.
No way, dude.
Yes, dude. I show up to the same base as
Not
him.
even knowing, like, you just see each other in person.
Well, we started texting. I was like, "Are you deployed still, bro?" And he's like, "Yeah, bro. I'm in Kuwait right now." And I was like, "Dude, I'm gonna land in like 48 hours." So I was like, "Whatever." We meet up over there, dude, and we just, dude, hit it off again, bro. And he tells me everything about how his business has grown, because that was a 2-year break, I think, 2020 to 2021, 22, whatever, give or take. 2019, yeah, it was a 2-year break, whatever. Since I seen him and since he deployed and since his business has grown,
right?
So we seen him. I see him on deployment, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, business has gone big, bro. Like it's different. I'm self-sustained. I'm like, I'm probably gonna get out the guard myself and
do his own thing, or
yeah." So I'm like, that is crazy. That's awesome. I like, just freaking out that I'm seeing him.
Yeah.
Time goes by, bro. Last year around this time, because again, my date of getting out of the army was like yesterday.
Yeah.
So the last year, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, do I want to stay in? Do I want to keep?
That's a hard decision.
It's huge, dude. It's a whole career.
And you're committing.
Yes, dude. I had a crazy badass job, dude. That paid very well, and I'm leaving all behind. First, I didn't think that far yet. Yeah, I was like, do I want to still do this? Like,
right.
And if I don't, what am I gonna do?
Yep.
Like I'm leaving a whole career behind that people would die for, dude. Like it's a privilege from God, dude, to have this position, and I'm gonna walk away from it. So I don't know yet.
That's something to pray about.
So at this time, bro, I had just broken up with another girl, or I don't know. It was this girl actually. We had the breakfast this morning, bro. That's the same girl.
Yeah.
So a year ago, I was not doing good as a man, dude. I was falling, like I said, I was just falling apart as a dude. I didn't know who I was. I just knew I had a house, I had the truck, I had the stuff that everything looked good.
Yeah.
Falling apart, dude. And at the same time, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, I think my job, I don't think the job was making me like sad, but I needed to change.
Right.
If I wanted to change, I needed to do a whole change, not just a couple things here and there. I needed to do a whole change. So I'm thinking, like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I have all these certificates from the army. Like, I can go to work in aviation, do all this stuff. And I was like, I want to start a business or something. So I started digging, bro. And Thorn, dude, my buddy,
the one that had the seal coat,
yes, popped in my head, bro. And I was like, so I call him up, dude. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm thinking about like starting something. I don't know. He talks to me on the phone for 2 hours about everything, bro. And like how he's like, why it was the best thing. Just
he sold it.
Sold me, bro. I invested all my savings, bro. Everything I had into the business, dude. I sent it. I was like, if I want to change, I didn't really tell anybody because that was about this time, end of the year last year.
Yeah.
And until January is when I started making moves, bro. I started getting the LLC. I started looking at steel tool tanks. I went to Texas to get a seal coat tank.
Yeah.
Dude, I spent all my savings, bro. I threw it into it, dude.
Damn.
And I felt like an idiot for months, bro. Dude, let me tell you, man. I had nothing. Dude, I had flyers and I'm giving them out, dude. I'm like, dude, I'm
trying to get it on the feet.
Trying to do something, dude. And there's nothing for months. I'm like, what am I doing? Again, I'm back in my head. I'm leaving a whole career behind. For what, dude? For chirps on my phone, dude.
Yeah.
So this is kind of gets trippy here, dude. So I'm like, whatever. Nothing's happening. And then I pass out flyers, I tell you, from the end of Valencia County to the north of Bernalillo County, bro. Like, I hustle just passing them. So, on my thing, it says veteran-owned business, whatever. So I'm passing out flyers to this car dealership. And I'm like, yeah, I give him my spiel. Like, yeah, I'm veteran-owned. Like, I noticed your parking lot needs, new line striping or seal coat or pothole repair or asphalt, whatever.
Right.
And he's like, okay, cool, whatever. That was, like, months ago. That was, like, in May, dude. I'm like,
so months go by?
Yes, months, dude. I'm like,
dude,
I'm about to give up on everything. I'm like, what am I doing, bro? I get a call, bro. And so my buddy now, he owns Veteran Brothers, Vet Bros Painting. So at the time, I didn't know who he was. He calls me up. He's like, hey, do you do seal coating? I was like, yeah, I do. He's like, do you painting? I was like, no, I would just like subcontract that out, whatever. He's like, well, we do painting, bro. And he's like, we need a seal coater. He's like, I was like, okay, so I'm listening.
So they're like established.
Yes.
They're wanting all of the assets that you have.
Yes,
basically.
bro. So I'm like, how'd they find me? Like, whatever. So they went to give a flyer to the same person, and they're like, that person is like, oh, your Veteran Brother you already gave me a flyer. He's like, what do you mean? Like,
what?
So they gave him my flyer. He's like, it's not us, obviously.
Yeah.
But they called me off the flyer. So they're like, hey, we have this commercial job in Alamogordo. He's like, yo, you up for it? I was like, yeah, dude, I'm freaking down. Like, freaking, you do it. You say yes, dude. You figure out later. That's what I figured out from this business now. You say yes and you figure out later, and it'll happen. And so I'm like, whatever. It's like a couple weeks out from the job. I haven't met these guys in person yet, bro. And
just phone calls,
kind of
things up.
Yes, dude. Just pictures of like what the lot looked like. It's in Alamogordo. I'm not gonna go survey it. Like it's like 3 hours just to go see. Oh yeah, it's this much.
Right.
You know. So we did a lot of coordination, and then we ended up going to. I went to go to the job with my buddy Kyle, and he went and helped me up. That dude, shout out to that dude. He freaking helped me out on my first commercial job. We went in there like
something to prove.
Oh my gosh, not knowing what was going on too. Like not only that, we get there and dude, there's dirt just caked on the whole parking lot, bro.
Oh.
And we got to work, dude, 3 hours, and we barely got a little bit part clean. Those guys, Vet Bros, finally showed up because they thought I'd be done by the time. Because I was, really, if it wasn't that dirty, I would have.
Yeah.
And so they get there like, dude, I'm so sorry. It was the first time we met, mind you, at the job site in Alamogordo. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like these pictures, all the pictures didn't show any of this dirt, dude. Dirt. He's like, so we all, dude, the first time we meet, we all just hacked it out, bro. We all started working together, whatever. And then so I was pretty much done with the whole seal coat after hours, dude. Yeah. Hours, bro. Way longer than it should, dude. It took like 10 more hours than it should have. 10 more hours, bro. I'm not exaggerating. So I just needed a little bit more seal coat. So I was like, you know what? I'll go back to Albuquerque tonight, come back tomorrow, and finish it out. Because I couldn't. I had to get the product from here.
Yeah.
I get home at 2 a.m, bro, in Albuquerque, right? And then this is trippy, brother. It's crazy stuff. I get home, get out of the shower, whatever, and I get a phone call from my mom, dude. Yeah. And my grandma had passed away, bro. Oh, yes, dude. This year, it was like a couple weeks before my birthday. She had passed away.
Is that whenever I ran into you at the gym?
Yeah,
right
around that time. Yes, bro. Yes, right around that time, bro. And then, because I was still living in Albuquerque for just a couple months. That was really recently.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. She passed away, dude, the night of my first commercial job, and I had to go back and finish the next day, bro. So like you can't just not go finish the job. So I woke up. I went by myself, but I woke up, said, talked to my mom, and everybody was at my grandma's for I was like, I gotta go. Like I gotta go finish this, dude. It was tough. It was tough.
That's a hard one.
But God did that to me, dude. I had 3 hours over there to think about it, and 3 hours back, and to think about the change that's about to happen in my life. Yeah. That moment was like a huge pinnacle of changing of like your business is yours. Like now you are this much into it, bro.
Yep.
And just a lot of that whole shift, dude. It just changed everything, bro. So,
dang,
I did a lot of. I'm not good. I wasn't really good with my money. Mm-hmm. So stuff like that, dude.
Start thinking about that a little bit more.
I'm started thinking about money. I'm started thinking about
more steps ahead.
Yeah, and in personal, not just the business money, like personal money, bro. I feel like I should have a lot more than I do, but since I spent a lot, with the money that I had, is like I'm not catching up. It's like I'm catching up. You know, I put myself in a hole, and I'm pigging it out,
building yourself.
But that's how you learn. Like okay, I'm not gonna do that again.
That was a waste.
Yeah, so
maybe I don't need 4 Carhartt jackets.
Yeah, just kidding. Maybe 3 will do. But yeah, dude, it's crazy stuff, dude. It's
that's humbling.
Yes, bro. It was like a weird moment. Like it's like, do I be happy about my first commercial job that I just completed by not by myself, but my buddies? So.
It's like you're in the crossroads of like something great.
Yes, bro.
And then polar opposite at the same time meeting each other.
That crossroads, I had to sit there and look at both signs, bro.
Yeah.
I had to sit there and look at, and I'm glad I had that drive alone.
Yeah.
Because it worked out the way God way it worked. Because if I would have not had to go back to that job, I would have nothing to think about.
Right.
And or to talk to God as well or whatever. And I would have lost it, dude. Mm-hmm. Like you know, I have my underlying issues where sometimes I freaking lash out, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not all the time, bro. But it's like, it's not like I'm going crazy, bro. It's like emotionally, bro. I get
sometimes
overwhelmed.
it just builds up.
Yeah,
with dude.
It's like I could become a volcano, like a silent volcano at that.
Hey, I mean, you got some random pictures hung in your wall in some weird places, but
we don't talk about it. That is funny.
Yeah, dude. That's a really cool story, and it really is. I've been kind of like something similar, like just focusing on like, okay, I'm always like the type of person, like, I'm ready for this, let's make it happen. I'm ready for this, let's make it happen.
We're ambitious.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Like, boom. Because I'm the type, like, let's get it done. Like, even in work, like,
patience
we got to get it done, let's do it. So, like, I carry that mentality outside of work, and then things don't work out right when I want them to. And I'm like, but I'm doing my part. Like, I'm hustling, or I'm my mindset's right, my heart's right. And God's like, dude,
chill. You
think you're ready? But you have so much more to learn before you're ready for that.
There's times where, like, because I'm the same way, dude.
Yeah.
It must be a Josh thing. Because my buddy, the one of the veteran brothers, the other owners of the other, you know, his name is Josh too. We get antsy, bro. We get impatient, dude. And that's the biggest thing, dude. Because I'm sure God has let you do something that you were ambitious to do. Yeah. And you did it, and it did not work out.
Yep. Or you weren't mature enough to handle it the way you were. Maybe you, like, with those conversations, you weren't as patient.
Conversations with women or people, or, you know, a project, bro. I used to do that. I used to be bad at, like, because, you know, my dad was a mechanic back then. And, like, we had a little break with our lives, and I came back. Anyways, there's that part of me will let, you know, the beginning of our lives was, like, whatever. Didn't really care for, like, it was me personally. I didn't really care for my dad, but, and then we had a shaky relationship at first, but then we were super close now. We're we're like twins, dude. So it's kind of weird. But no, he's always been a mechanic, so I've always known that. Like, I've never been a mechanic, but I've always known I could do it easy. Like, it's weird. It's a weird, like, I just him being a mechanic. I was like, I'm already a mechanic. I freaking worked on the helicopters, or whatever. But beforehand, I used to try to work on my own stuff and being stubborn, not asking for help for anybody. Yeah, and I would break stuff. Because I was impatient, dude. And it would send me back more time and hours and money because I wanted it done now. Yep. You know?
Dude, it's so crazy, man. Like, I have to, like, you and us, we have to remind ourselves, like, if something's not working out in the time you want it to, and if you're aligned with God, which we're both trying, it's because he's trying to protect you in some way. Or he's waiting till you are the best version of yourself.
Is ready for that moment.
So when that moment comes, or when that other person's ready, let's say that you're talking to someone, that you're the best version of yourself.
And, you know,
like, you have self-control. Let's maybe say you're ready to be with a girl or something, but you lack self-control. Yeah. God's like, dude, until you check that bot, or until you figure that out.
And I've noticed that with one of my relationships, it's like, he gave me a toy, bro. It's a nice toy. You know, and I freaking, like a toddler, destroyed it, didn't take care of it, didn't care. And he took it away from me. And I was sad. I was crying. She's gone now. Yeah. And I'm wondering why. But it's because you just beat the crap out of the toy, you know? Learn how to take care of your stuff, and then maybe I'll give you something bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's simple analogy is that, but it's hard. It's easier said than done. It is.
And God knows the desires of your heart too, so he knows how bad you want certain things.
Yeah,
and he'll really, like,
make you work for it.
Make you work for it.
Like I said, nothing good comes easy, bro. And it sucks.
And sometimes some things just aren't meant to be too. You gotta have that in the back of your mind too.
And sometimes I used to have
some things don't work out on purpose.
I used to have a problem with attachment for sure, and I learned that. If you have a problem with attachment, learn how to cope with it, because that'll help you out in the end. Yeah, attachment issues, because like you said, like, you get yourself hoped up about this whole relationship that's never, like, you're just talking. Yeah, you know, it kind of happened to me recently. Yeah, you guys are just talking, and you know, you take things. You put the carriage in front of the horse. Yeah, you're wondering why everything's flying everywhere. It's because you put in the carriage in front of the horse trying to go 100 miles an hour, and wisdom. But yeah, dude, I've done that to myself a couple of times.
Hit the brakes, bro.
It's like, and like you said, learn to let go, bro. Yeah, like, learn to let go of things and cope with things the right way. Don't go drinking yourself to freaking death, bro. I feel like I make myself sadder than I have to sometimes. Yeah, I feel like maybe a lot of people do that. Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, you know what? You start playing sad music and you just make yourself sadder, dude.
Yo, shout out to Kid Cudi.
There we go.
Got me through a lot of heartbreaks back in the day. No,
There you go. Yeah, it's funny though. You're like, you know what? Let's just harden this depression with this song that I absolutely will sing.
But sometimes you gotta feel it too, face it, look at it face on.
If you don't,
but it's better to do it right away than to suppress it and then it comes out in another area of your life.
It's just like anything else, balance, bro. You can't just like balances with everything, bro. Like, take your time, think about it, but don't take too much time.
Yeah.
But
don't be too hard on yourself.
And don't be nonchalant about it either.
Yeah.
You gotta like actually take the lesson, like sit down and don't take balance, bro.
Yeah.
Balance,
that's true.
and I feel like that's a huge spiritual thing too. That you gotta balance everything, bro.
Yeah. There's a time to act and a time to wait.
Yep.
And it's
time to talk, time to listen. Just so much. It's balance, bro.
Yeah.
And that's so hard to have in your life. And it's like you start thinking about it. So you say balance, you're all zen.
Yeah.
I'm chilling
everything.
and then 5 minutes later, you're like, damn, I gotta pay bills, and I'm thinking about this and whatever, dude. You know.
Yeah. It's crazy how when you're going through something or you want something really bad, God will like test you to see. Like he'll throw little things to see, do you really want this? Like
the wrenches, bro,
or something like that.
And you're like, yeah, I do. Dude, you always say yes, bro. It's so dude, you guys are stupid.
Oh,
bro.
shiny thing.
Us men are dumb, bro.
Yeah, we're pretty dumb. But
men are dumb. Not to an extent. To an extent. I'm not. There's certain areas where we get dumbified. I should say we're not dumb. There's areas where we're like you said, shiny thing.
Yeah.
Shiny thing
just
gets
like, and then a new shiny thing.
The caveman will get to us, bro.
Yeah.
And
dude, but God is the ultimate shiny thing, and if you're just fixated on that,
you won't be
all the other things.
You won't be hitting your head on mirrors.
Yeah.
Because all these shiny things are just mirrors, bro.
Yeah.
The God's light, dude. They're just mirrors, so you're gonna be bumping mirrors like a clown house. Like
you put all your eggs in one basket. This is the answer. This is gonna change my life, and then boom.
You know what's crazy? That 8-year gap, I was away from God. I wouldn't say as far as I was an atheist. I wasn't an atheist. I knew God, but
it wasn't like in the back of your mind ever.
I pushed him away for sure. There's times I was like, I only talked to him when I absolutely needed him.
Yeah,
and I know it 100%. Like I'll admit that.
Yeah,
it took me to, it took me a while, bro. But during that time, that's when I got in. This is trippy stuff. I used to like watching, getting into the dark web and conspiracies.
Yeah.
That's why I can nerd out on all that stuff too.
Me too.
But I was looking for so much answers everywhere else, and it all led me back to God, bro.
Yeah.
In a weird way. In a weird way.
Dude,
trippy way. And it's like, all this, there's a truth to everything.
Yeah.
There's a truth to everything. It's a matter of what you dig yourself into. If you want to get yourself in a rabbit hole, that's all you're gonna get into. You're not gonna be satisfied with any conspiracy you're gonna get you into.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be satisfied with anything besides God.
Yeah.
Nothing can satisfy you.
Yeah, because a lot of these people and conspiracies are there for a reason, and they're popular for a reason because a lot of them are true.
Yeah.
And but some people like make it to where if we don't get this president in office, we're gonna all die, or everything's gonna go. And it's like you're putting all your hope in something else.
Yeah, dude.
And that's not the right thing either. So, maybe they are the better person for the country, or in your eyes they are, but like you shouldn't like fixate your whole life on that.
Your whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
Make your own life and then make your own decisions.
Yeah, and your own identity. So many people make their identity in politics.
Not only in politics, and everything. Dude, they'll make everything. Intern Steve's still there. Yeah, dude. I went to the Trump rally yesterday.
Oh, yeah, dude. How was that?
It was cool. I mean,
it looked pretty packed.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to wear a Trump shirt. I'm not going to wear a Trump hat.
Yeah.
I mean, I support what's logical, dude. I'll get down to it. What's logical. So I'm in line, bro. And I'm talking to these people in front of me. And they're Democrats, bro. And they're like, yeah, dude, I'm here supporting Trump. They told me. I didn't ask her. They're like, yeah, first rally? I was like, yeah, I've never. The reason I went, dude, me and my buddy Adrian, the reason we went, it's history, bro.
Yeah.
There's nothing like this that's happened before. So even if we like the person or not, whatever, you're witnessing.
To go to a rally.
You're witnessing history.
Presidential rally.
Yeah, this could change the world, but they can say, oh yeah, we were there. I wasn't like, I'm not a radical, whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So they weren't even on the fence, but they were going to.
They're like, yeah, we're from Florida. We're full-time travelers. Hippie,
what the heck?
Dude. They're cool, dude. They're not the type of people you expect.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing. That's what the media does.
Yeah.
The type of people you expect. People are people, bro.
Yeah.
Get over it. Whatever you're freaking wearing, dude. Well, they're talking. It's like, yeah, dude, after a while, I just got sick of the other side's, just yapping off and whatever. And like, there's at this point, and I think even everyone's seeing it. It's not a point of just like politics, bro. It's good and evil at this point, bro. It's good and evil at this point, and it's like, and here's the thing, bro. There's gonna be baggage with anything you got.
Yeah.
Any president, and whatever you choose, there's gonna be baggage. You gotta choose the most logical for the people, not just for your feelings, and not just because you can't think for yourself.
Yeah.
So I would encourage people to really deep into what's really happening. You know?
Or expose yourself to the other side. Let's say you hate Trump. You absolutely hate Trump. In my eyes, the way that I do things, and maybe this is just the conspiracy nerd in me, is I will purposely like look into them extra, or I'll watch the opposite of what I believe in, like really hone in on it, and try and almost convince myself the other way. And if I still feel the same way about it, at least I tried. Yeah, because some people stay in this echo chamber. And they never even want to.
They just turn around and say the same thing.
Or they're like so against Trump. They're like, I won't even hear him talk. I won't even.
And I'll agree. Like, there's some things. Like, there's like some things that like, oh, yeah, he shouldn't have said that. But like, whatever, bro. Like, there's just something. I don't know. Yeah,
it's like I've watched all. Lately I've been watching all of it. What's her name? Harris.
Yes.
And Trump's like podcast.
And that's the thing. If you're not watching both sides, you shouldn't be voting. Period. Like, if you're not taking both sides into account
or
at
if you're so passionate and so gung-ho, like, and you're not exposing yourself at all, then that's kind of like foolish in a way too.
Yeah, that it's just you're a led sheep. And here's the thing too.
Go against the grain, guys.
Exactly. And here's the thing
Vote
too.
Vote Kanye 2024.
This one. No, but
shout out Kanye, I love you, bro.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot, dude. It's interesting. But
have you voted yet? I'm gonna go vote probably.
I was trying to vote yesterday, but we didn't make it in time. We didn't make it in time. We were running around town, so I should have already voted.
Everything.
Yeah,
I'll probably go tomorrow.
And you know what's crazy? Going back to the conspiracy kind of thing. Yes, I'm gonna vote.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna vote, and it's the electoral vote. People still don't understand that either. Yeah. People really don't understand that. Like, yes, you're voting. But the electoral votes is what's
right, the state,
and that's what sucks, man. You don't know who those are.
Yeah, I was just talking about that with someone today. So like individual votes, almost. I mean, they do matter, but in a way, like there's been presidents that have lost the popular vote, but then they still win the presidency.
Dude. And at the end of the day, bro, like yes, these the presidents are changing policies and stuff like that. Yeah, they're no matter what side, bro. At the end of the day, they're a puppet. To someone. To someone. And I feel
someone that's not on the news.
Yes. And I feel like Trump's kind of obviously a threat to that thing to them. That's why they've been trying to take him off of everything. Because he's trying to like
he's kind of like a wrench in like the system that's already there.
Yeah, exactly. It's just making things worse for the people that are trying to keep it under control, I guess. I don't know. That's just guesses, bro.
Dude, one thing that like, cause you know how you said when you were like going deeper into conspiracies, it almost led you back into like closer to God. Yeah, it was kind of like that with me too, like all through college and high school. Cause I was like, me as a kid, or since I was in high school, I was always like curious about how like I'm being tricked. Yeah, dude. Like I was always curious about like, I don't know what I saw. Maybe it was like a 9/11 thing or something. I saw like a documentary where there was just all these different things that happened that started making me curious. And then you start digging deeper. That's where it starts. And then you're like, wait, like if they did this, these people are involved in this. And then now look, even with all the P. Diddy stuff, and then you got the Epstein Island, like why are all these people on the same page? Are they all blackmailed? Like you start asking all these questions, and you don't know.
Those are the rabbit holes you can get deep. Yeah, deep in it. Dude, it can hurt. It can hurt your head.
But
bro.
like I got so deep into it for like a long time that it's like it's almost like you're chasing your own tail.
Dude, you're chasing
to where
it's crazy. That rabbit hole goes forever. Dude.
Yeah. And let's say you are right about something, like there's really nothing.
What's the significance of it?
Yeah,
you can say
other than starting fights.
You can say that too, cause right, even the government's throwing stuff in your face and people don't care.
Yeah, they're almost like, what are you gonna do about it?
They're like, all right, UFOs have been real. We're finally admitting it. And people are like,
yeah,
okay, or cool, like whatever.
They're like, yeah, Epstein killed himself, and also the client list isn't gonna get released. What are you gonna do about it?
What can we do about it?
Yeah. So like why like drive so much focus and attention on some stuff that you can't control
because that distracts you from your own life, bro. Yeah. And you know what, dude? I had I'm still bad on the social media. I freaking watch videos all the time, bro.
Yeah.
All the time. But I feel like that takes a lot from humans, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then it drives anger in you too.
Dude. Because some of it motivates you, but sometimes it makes you envy, bro.
Yeah.
It really like, I want that boat like I had. I want that.
Yeah.
I want this. This guy again, like you said, we see all our friends with like kids and this and that, and you envy it.
Yeah.
And, in a sometimes it's not an evil way. Well, envy is not. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You start questioning, like, I want that.
Yeah.
Do I want that? And then you start just.
It's surface level. Like, look, I bet you there was some dude in Belen High School that saw you living the dream. Oh, he's doing it in the military. Look at him. He's in shape. On the outside, they were like wanting what you have, but they don't even realize.
Change, dude.
You're going through your own.
That's
battle.
why you gotta talk to everybody. Like, dude, everybody has their own story.
Yeah.
And even if someone's having a bad day, dude, that's why you gotta be kind to people.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Because like, bro. Again,
hurt people. I always see that. Exactly, and it's so true.
The persona thing, like you just said, bro. Like, yeah, this dude. I'll say it, dude. There's kids that are like, oh, bro, yeah, like that's so awesome, like that you're doing it. Like, sometimes I don't know what to say, bro, because sometimes like I was that kid that thought I was cool, and I have to think about that sometimes. Like, if I was that kid, like I would have thought I was the sickest dude. Flying helicopters, I'm freaking putting out fires, buckets. I'm rescuing people. Well, I didn't rescue anyone live, but we did a lot of training with hoists. So I never got a live mission doing that part, but I did a lot of fire buckets and other medevacs,
nice.
Without the hoist. But that was still intense stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna say anything I never did. But I could freaking do it right now, dude. Freaking training, and it's funny. A lot of our boys will have competitions, dude. And like Chris, Sergeant First Class Kiss, dude. He's one of my biggest mentors, probably from the military standpoint, and like he's a good man, dude. He's a good dude. Cool. Well, he'd have competitions. Competitions like, let's put in, because we'd be 100 feet in the air trying to put this rope in a tire, bro. And like just trying, like with the helicopter, trying to tell the pilot what to do. It's an intense job. It's sick. And we're having competitions, bro. Trying to put the stuff in,
like that brotherhood, that competition.
Yes, bro. And he's
like wrestling.
Yeah, and dude, and I'm gonna tell you, dude, this dude's Irish too. Luckiest guy I ever known in my life, dude. Everything, obviously, again, it's a persona thing. To me, everything in his life goes right, but in his, there's probably stuff that he goes through.
Right.
But dude, his dude is like, I swear, nothing goes wrong for this guy. I swear, and it does. It's like kind of big, but it happens, and then like he's good for a while. You know, it's crazy.
Luck of the Irish.
Yes, dude. His last name's Kissed.
Hey, dude, I'm living proof. The fact that I'm still here.
Yeah, see,
at 31 years old,
and he's like a lot of our mentors. Like a lot of guys look up to him. Like even like the older guys. He's a really good dude. But he freaking Buster. That's what he calls all of us. So he'll be on the mic, dude. Like in the middle of the helicopter, it's like, you Buster, you missed by 5 feet. Just talking crap the whole time, dude. It's just funny stuff. Like it's competitive. It's a commodity.
And then comparing yourself, though, that's the thing.
And you know what helped getting into that environment, the military environment, was wrestling, bro. Because we're all hard asses, dude. We're always talking crap to each other. We're always tough. And then if we talk crap in wrestling, just go wrestle each other real quick. You can't do that in the army, bro. You start fighting. So sometimes the army will teach you how to shut your mouth, bro.
Yeah.
You learn that, and that's the thing, especially as a younger soldier, that's something that some men need to learn, is to
diplomatic solution.
Yes, and some young men need to learn is when to listen, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of us like to talk a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And like, listen, dude.
You can't fight out every problem.
Even if the guy is like talking nonsense to you, just ignore him.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
as soon as you lower it to their level, then you're
there.
They're bringing you down.
Just as good as them, dude.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta take the high road.
And
it's hard to do though in high school though, especially in wrestling room.
Any man, bro. Especially young men, bro. Anyone under 25.
Some dude challenges you, and you like know in your head, like,
I'm from B-Town, bro. I'm from freaking Picard, bro. It's dumb. We're all from the same state, and we go to a wrestling tournament and just tear it up, dude. No one will know.
Dude, do you remember the Belen Dream Team?
Yes, dude. No one will know how
that.
It sucks that doesn't really happen nowadays, but you really, bro, when Belen used to walk into a room, you felt the freaking an aura, as you guys. That's a new word. That's not a new word, but that's what.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, we used to carry it like it was almost like a badge of honor. Like
we walk in the room, and it's like, damn, like there's other good teams. Don't get me wrong, but like they weren't happy to wrestle this either. We were like,
everyone to watch the matches.
Oh yeah,
the duels were a whole different environment.
Was it 2017? We're 47th of the nation.
Yeah,
and Cleveland was 45th, and we beat them. And like
crazy
in the nation, dude. That's crazy.
That's
good work, dude.
You guys don't like. I mean, I'm sure a lot of our viewers are from Belen. But Belen is like a speck within a speck in the United States.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous.
You know, but that's why we were probably so good is because of our environment.
It's funny. When like, what's Belen like? It's like a bunch of hood cowboys and Western. It's like you're either like gangsta or you're cowboy. You're both.
Or you're cowboy gangster. Like you're throwing hay for some extra cash, but you're also, you know, wearing
get down on the hustle. You can wear some freaking dick. It's weird, dude. It's a different type of environment for sure.
Like the Wild West a little bit.
Yes, dude, for sure. It's awesome though.
Yeah,
I am proud of growing up there. You know,
Jeremy, those guys are tough.
Yeah, dude, it's weird. Some of the toughest guys you would think that would like make it in the UFC and stuff or football. These guys are just normal dudes. And
Jeremy, dude, remember? Okay, so let's talk about the Blend Dream Team real quick. So whenever I was coaching junior wrestling, I made a promise to all my junior wrestlers that if they did really good in state, that I would sign up to wrestle nationals. like in the open division. Yeah. And so they like kicked butt. I think we took like second or something. You know,
the kids going at it. Yeah,
they want to see Coach wrestle.
They love it. They love it.
We did good, and I was like, dang it, man. Like I was stressing. Dude. I hadn't wrestled in years,
bro. I'm gonna do it next year. I think it's so fun, bro.
Fun. And then it's like the open division is so competitive because you got guys coming from Jackson Winks. You got guys coming from Highland College.
It's funny, like everyone's there for a friendly competition, but some in a weird,
there's that
sweaty kind of way, bro. People are like there to like prove something, bro. And it's a national tournament, yes, but it's nothing crazy. It's great, it's good, it's big, but it's nothing like a UFC battle. People will go in there. It's awesome.
Dude, you'll never take the dog out of us though, because you go in like me. Dude, I went in being like,
as soon as you shake a hand, bro, your heart's like, oh, dude, we're wrestling, dog. You're like, oh shit, like this fool's gonna either I wreck him or this fool's gonna wreck me, bro. Yep. But it's a different.
We called it the Blend Dream Team. Yep. So we assembled the Avengers. Blend.
So oh my gosh, it was like an all-star team from like all the eras of Blend. It was
so there's this graphic art designer in Blend who made custom shirts. And I helped him design a Blend Dream Team, and it was like USA colors.
Wore the shirt. I still have it.
And
I still have the shirt.
So the cool thing about the national tournament is you can have all junior wrestlers join, and then all open division join. So we all showed up, Blend Dream Team. It looked like
we had our shirts.
There's like maybe 60 of us.
We were rolling there deep, dude.
And we had like ex-state champs. We had Jeremy, state champ, Phillip.
All kinds of Paul,
Padilla, Max.
I think
all just all the old Blend timers that were dogs.
And like, oh man,
and we all tore it up.
It was great, dude. It was.
I think I took second that year.
I took third against some freaking. No, I took second against. So the dude had beat the state champ that year, and then some Santa Fe kid. We came down to the last point, dude. But it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. So fun, and it's fun because there's really not that much pressure. Like, remember I was your coach for like half your matches?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Go
and then like we'll look around like, oh, homeboys wrestling. So like we'll all spread out, dude. Cause we're all wrestling at once, dude. We have like people spread out everywhere. Yeah, it's great. And you know what's funny? I feel like I was always pretty well at wrestling. You know, pretty good. My brother's in for college right now.
Yeah,
which is pretty
shout
crazy.
Out to Q.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he was a guest on the podcast a while back.
Yep. So. I feel like I was a really good wrestler. I'll whoop my brother still.
Yeah.
But better coach than for sure. I feel like I'm a way better coach than wrestler.
Yeah.
A million times. And it's just one of those things where like I feel like I can get down the technique showing moves that'll work for that person. And I know that every person wrestles different, dude.
Yeah.
And that was like
that's the key to being a good coach.
That was part of that's a hard thing about like you said about being a good coach too, is learning to take the time to like, hey bro, this sweep works for you, but it does not work for you, bro. Your legs are too long to be doing a sweep, like something like that,
Yeah. Or hey, try this better. Maybe that tweaks, looks good.
Little tweaks, bro, that matter, bro.
And then some kids you need to like get hyped up before a match. Like some kids, if you don't wake them up, they're gonna go lose. You just know it.
And when they're beasting it, they're unstoppable.
Yeah. Like Jeremy, he was like the Hulk. We get Jeremy pissed. Like he just go out there.
That dude's strong.
He went out there and beat like a 3-time state champ off the bench.
That dude's strong for no reason, dude. That dude's back is so strong. Dude, I remember I had just got back from deployment and I was deadlifting 405. It's not a lot. But for my body weight, I'm not going over that, dude. That shit hurts. Bro.
No, you mess up your back.
Dude, we go to the gym. We were there at 4:30 in the morning. I surprised Kyle and then whatever. That's when I first got back to deployment. This dude deadlifting like 500 pounds. Easy, bro. Dude, like I got him on bench and stuff, whatever. And like he just works out. He doesn't do deadlifts.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
But he just has it.
Dude, I guarantee you he could walk. He hasn't worked out in a long time, bro. He could walk in the gym and probably deadlift 500 pounds No
Easy.
problem. Makes zero sense to me.
That's
Zero.
just something in the
just
water.
back is just really talking strong, I guess. I don't know. But it's crazy.
Genetics.
Yeah. I feel like he'd be pretty good in like a UFC or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Some of those dudes that we grew up with they missed their calling.
Yeah. And then, God has different plans for everybody.
Yeah, true.
Though. Like,
who knows? Maybe they still can do it.
Well, that's true. And, I don't know. Yeah, he's right. Maybe you can still do it.
Yeah.
But that's up, that's up to the person if they're
Yeah.
interested. I don't to be fond of it. I would see something bucket list, even if not professionally. I would love to do a cage fight. Just to do it, bro.
Yeah.
Even if I got my ass
Put on the gloves.
Yeah,
what would you
dude.
come out to?
I got a couple options. I don't know, dude. There's a couple. Damn, that's
Some 50 Cent or something
I have
crazy.
to come back to
some
some
rock.
old school WWE. But can get really hype.
Face the pain.
Yeah.
Face the pain.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Dude, I used to be so into WWE, bro.
Remember that movie theater in Belen? Harlem.
Harlem, not the
Harlem Maze?
Harley Maze. Yes. Bro.
Remember they used to have the fights, and
Yeah,
all you had to do was just buy like
a burger.
Yeah, something, and you could watch the fights for
They
free.
should-
Big
yeah.
old theater.
Big old theater, bro.
was packed.
And they had like old school shakes. It was an old school diner type of.
If it wasn't for that theater, I probably wouldn't be as big of a UFC fan.
Just because
I was exposed to so many pay-per-views.
Yes, bro.
John
Pay-per-views
Jones,
is so
Chael Sonnen, all those.
we watched UFC 100.
Yeah, that's a trip.
You remember when UFC 100 was like
Big deal.
biggest deal in the world, dude?
Who
Dude, these fighters are still getting paid like 10K.
wasn't it like Brock Lesnar? Or who was the main?
I don't remember, dude. I
know. What was the one that just passed? UFC 300, right?
three something.
And then UFC 200 was like Daniel Cormier and Vanderlei Silva, or not Vanderlei Silva, Anderson Silva. They had the gold ring. Remember that?
That is a while ago, bro.
Was a long time ago, huh? Just to make sure we're good.
Sweet. Yeah, dude, that's UFC 100.
Dude.
I remember seeing John Jones fight Rampage live, bro.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
me too.
That was like
And I thought Rampage. No one really knew
John
I
Jones,
didn't.
dude. That was John Jones' break for me. For me, I remember like John Jones. Oh yeah, everybody was like, oh yeah. I was like, Rampage is supposed to wreck this.
Yeah,
movie.
look at him stomping everyone out.
Rampage is a mean gorilla. You know what I'm saying? John Jones whooped that booty, bro. It's like
I remember the first fight that I saw John. It wasn't the first ever, but it was the one where I was like, oh, this guy's 5 steps ahead. Was him versus Rashad Evans.
Oh, dude, and Rashad's not a joke.
And Rashad is a gangster.
Dude,
like if you guys haven't watched UFC, Rashad Evans.
He went and whooped a handful of legends, not just no names.
And almost in their prime.
In their dude, in the toughest time in the UFC. That was probably one of the toughest times in that weight class.
Machida.
Dude, Loyola Machida was unstoppable.
Shogun.
And he choked him out. Choked him out,
Standing. Standing choke out. It just
Let's-
drops him.
Walks away
Walk-off.
respectfully.
That's like 10 times more gangster than a walk-off home run, in my opinion.
Yeah, oh, dude.
A walk-off chokeout
Dude, gangster, dude.
and just let him drop.
Wow. Yeah.
You can't
He's
forget the Connor era, though, too.
Yeah, that too.
That was fun. I took so much
Wow.
heat for that.
Who else did I like, bro? Back then, I'm trying to think. I was a real Iceman, Chuck Liddell fan
Chuck
back
was
in the day.
good.
Because my
Remember
uncle's
the fire versus ice?
yes, bro, and Tito, all that whole thing, bro. My uncle used to cage fight, bro, and he's a pastor now.
No way.
It's weird how life works out. Yeah, my uncle was a cage fighter for a while, dude. He fought for a couple years, I think, and then he won. It was a local fight, Southwest, like states,
Yeah.
Nevada and Texas, whatever. He ended up doing so long. He won the light heavyweight championship and then retired because he had a kid. Yeah, but he
lived it.
Yes, we had a gym. It was crazy stuff, dude. It was so I saw that stuff growing up, bro. And obviously we're watching UFC if we're doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So Iceman and Tito Ortiz, all that stuff was around Randy Couture.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, all that era was
Shamrock.
like, dude. Remember, like they used to come out to the Spartan music, dude. That was the prime.
That was the opening of the UFC, right?
Yes, the opening.
The dude with his shield.
Undisputed, bro. Yes. They need that stuff back.
They do.
Bro. If they had that one song back, dude. Like the first 2 intro songs they had when they were introducing the burger.
That was the best part. Their highlights. They announced
tell
all
the
of them.
tape. That what was the old commentator?
Yeah. Face the pain. It's like Anderson Silva choking the dudes out.
The sickest guitar intro you could ask for. And who was the or tell the tape? He's now the commentator for like one or he used to be for UFC for a long time with It was him.
Bisping? Or
no, it was him and Joe Rogan for the longest time, dude. Goldberg. Mike Goldberg. I think it was Mike Goldberg.
Was he a ref?
No, he was a commentator. He was a hardtail. He was like the voice of the UFC for the years.
And he went to one?
Yeah, and then he went to either one or the other Bellator.
Yeah.
And he got a big contract with Bellator.
It wasn't Chael Sonnen, right?
No.
Chael Sonnen's UFC.
UFC. He wasn't a fighter. He was just a commentator. It was not Goldberg for the wrestler.
He was a bald dude, right?
No. I think so. I don't remember.
All those dudes are bald.
Yeah. No, he had hair, but it was him and Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan had hair and an effed up teeth. It was those two, bro. It was Mike Goldberg, bro. They're still tight to this day. I had to look it up the other day. That's how I know.
Yeah.
I was like, who was the old voice?
I'm going to have to look it up. I can't think. What's his name? Mike Goldberg?
Mike Goldberg. Look him up real quick. His voice is very... His voice was my UFC voice. That's how him and Bruce Buffer and Joe Rogan. Yep. The art tell the tape. He was the one that used to explain. That's the dude. That's him. Yep. That's
Mike
the guy.
Goldberg. Oh, wait. I didn't even... I'm showing everyone Toyota. Never mind.
Mike Goldberg. Great voice.
Yeah,
I don't know, but... I don't know. There's some people that are made for the mic.
Dude,
sure.
What are we going to do now? All the wrestlers are taking over.
Bro.
There's not one champion that's not a Dagestani wrestler.
Let's go back to wrestling. Like, you watch United Road Wrestling, like the actual, like, it's like the Olympics not being Olympics for the wrestling,
World Championships?
Yeah, Jordan Burroughs. Yeah. They just had some a couple days ago. Dude, the Japanese are whooping their ass, bro.
Are you serious? And the lighter weights are all just...
Dude, David Taylor got third place. I don't know. I don't think Jordan Burroughs placed first.
Snyder beat that guy?
Yeah, I don't know. This was yesterday. Last 2 days they had one of the tournaments.
Japanese are taking...
Dude, this is Japanese.
It used to be Russia.
Yeah, bro. And then us, and it's just up. And then the Iranians.
Oh yeah,
those guys, or whatever. The Middle East, a lot of Middle Eastern countries. Turkey. There's a lot of good wrestlers, bro. But you're right, dude. I have my eyes on Bo Nickel, bro. People, I don't know, man. Bo Nickel, dude.
I'm so glad you said that because he's my favorite fighter in the UFC. He's
my favorite fighter, bro.
It used to be Sean O'Malley, but Bo wrestled in Rio Rancho.
Dude, Bo wrestled in Rio Rancho, went to Tech, whatever, his whole story. But he's a dude. That dude's story is legit,
and
bro.
He's a good dude.
And we've watched him
Christian dude.
Yeah, we've watched him since we were little too. Like growing up, NCAA
Trump said that's
champ.
his favorite fighter.
NCAA
on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Really?
So how's that Bo Nickel guy doing? I was like, gets a shout out from Trump.
Everybody's repping it out. Dude, Bo Nickel's another animal, and Jeremy, me and Jeremy had this conversation.
Yeah.
He thinks Kamzat would whoop Bo Nickel, and I'm like sitting there trying to have this conversation. I'm like, that's up in the air for me, bro. Because Kamzat's good, bro, but
dude, Hamzat's stand up isn't that great,
and he doesn't have a team,
and he relies only on the ground. Do you think he's gonna be wrestling the whole time with Bo?
No.
It's gonna be a standing fight.
They both
respect each other too much.
They have to throw hands, bro. They both have hands though.
They do.
Hamzat
throws
haymakers.
He's just chin wide out. Like Usman almost took him out. The other guy, Gilbert Burns almost took him out. And when was he losing? On the feet.
They need to set that fight up after. Well, here's the thing, bro. Bo's not talked about like that right now.
No,
it's